Hey trainee directors, it's me, Alexandra. I just wanted to say hi, welcome to week 16. Hope you've read week 16 in the book. I imagine most of you probably finished Mary's book, and I'm taking the opportunity every time we do a weekly training to go back, excuse me, and read that chapter again and refresh it in my memory. I've been with Scentsy for 3 years and I still feel like I'm really new to direct sales. There are so many different things that I could do well, so many different things that I haven't tried yet, and so I'm constantly learning and self-developing, and that is brilliant. So first of all, I want to do some shout outs. Congratulations to Chrissy Bush, who is currently living it up in the lap of luxury in LA, and then we'll go to St. Louis for the 10th birthday party of Scentsy. We went to the very first convention that we could win, incentive trip that we could win, and we went to convention in Las Vegas, and it is just so awesome. You will never have seen anything like it. It is mental, totally mental. Also wanted to give a shout out to Natasha, who is going to be doing her first ever training, taking on that leadership role, really relishing it, and she has agreed to do a team training on relationship building, which she's extremely good at, with Scott. And I also want to mention, Natasha, congratulations. I don't know if we mentioned this previously, top recruiter for the whole of Australia. Now, this was back in May, but we only got confirmation of it a few weeks ago. So, whoa! Oh my goodness me! So, keep it up, guys. Okay, chapter 16. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because my glands are up because it's hay fever season here. So I feel like I'm dying. Week 16, looking at how to manage your business. You do not want to spend all your time managing your business. I'll tell you why. Because when you start managing your team and micromanaging everything and trying to be the boss, you stop recruiting. You slowly stop selling. And then you'll look around in a few months' time and wonder where your business is. They reckon that you can actually not risk failing to recruit for more than 2 months in a row, or you start to lose your business. So 2 months in a row, or you start to lose your business. How many of you have not recruited for 2 months in a row? Seriously, if that's you, you need to get your finger out and you need to get your recruiting and get your team building. 2 months and your business starts to go, and that doesn't matter whether you're a certified consultant just starting out or whether you're a superstar director. In fact, when you're a superstar director, the fall is much greater because you're not just losing, kind of 10, 20, 30 pounds extra. You're losing thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, so this is designed to help you to find ways to manage your business as you become a director and things become what I can only term a little more hectic. First of all, do not reinvent the wheel. If you want something, ask on the team page, ask on the team page's higher up, hey, have you got something, have you got a poster about this, have you got a slide about that, have you ever done anything? Only do something yourself if the stuff that's out there is abysmal or if it's never been done before, and then share it with everybody else. If you share, you pass on your knowledge and you make room for more knowledge. So, we're all about giving more than you take. So if you do something, share it with your team, okay? Secondly, do not replicate anything that corporate do, and that goes from the little things like brochures and stuff like that all the way up to incentive trips. There's no need for you to be offering huge incentives and stuff like that. Yes, do the occasional one-to-one if you feel that is what is needed, but other than that, don't be replicating what corporate do. This is the beauty of direct sales, is you buy into a business and you get all of that support and help in the back end. Next tip, get yourself some monthly action plans. You've seen the ones previously. I've waved them around that I have. No, I don't say use. I am abysmal at the moment for my time management, and I need to get my finger out and I need to redo, because when I manage my time, when I use my spreadsheets, when I use my worksheets, I'm red hot. When I don't, I'm a bit ditzy. So have a monthly action plan. Have one that lists the weeks, Monday to Saturday, and whatever days you work on, and has, everything that you do on a Monday. So Mondays for me would be team management day, and what would I do on a Monday, and so on. Also, you need one which is dated from the 1st to the 31st, just in case, you know, 1st to the 30th, 31st. This is great, by the way. In the background now is how they make public announcements in Turkey. They'll be doing something like telling you about the special offer in the local supermarket. Cool, huh? So if you've got one of them in your town, use it for your Scentsy. But getting back to what we were saying, so on the 1st of the month, what would you do on the 1st of the month? So you tally it up because you have your stuff that's done in the week, and then your stuff that's done, you know, on the 1st of every month, you should be writing out to all the people who are going to term, you know, on the 10th of the month, write out to everybody you promoted, and so on, and so on. Get some action plans, because if you are organised, if you are managing your time, you are going to go a lot further. It's the truth. Support the company 100%. You see, I've got my notes here. Support the company 100%. At the end of the day, Scentsy are going to make some decisions that we don't agree with. They did one for us in Europe the other day. I didn't agree with it. But I didn't go blasting it out all over the place. I was asked by other consultants what my opinion was. I told them I will write to Scentsy Corporate when I've had time to think about it. Blasting off an email telling them what idiots they are, it doesn't cut the mustard. Taking 24 hours out to have a really good think about it is okay. But ultimately, even though I did not support the company's decision, when asked again in public, I find the good points and I point out the good points and I say, you know, we may not agree, but these are, you know, these are the good points. Go make it work for your business. Support your company 100%. It looks totally unprofessional if something doesn't go your way and you slam the company down, or if something doesn't go your team's way and you slam the company down. We are not 100,000 different people telling Scentsy how to run its business. Scentsy will not, whilst they will appreciate our position, whilst sometimes they will admit they're wrong, ultimately they're not going to please 100,000 people, so they're going to do what's in the best interest. And sometimes it's what's in the best interest of them and their business. So support the company 100%. If you got to bitch and moan, don't do it on the team pages. Do it privately to me, because that's what I appreciate, and that is the mark of a leader. Pass the crap up. Send the love down. And do not pass it in between you either, because talking each other out of, you know, talking the business down to each other, it doesn't help anybody. And some people use it in a very manipulative way to put you off your business. If someone's chiming in your ear about, shut them out. It's quite simple. Shut them out, because they're probably doing it because they want to knock you off course. So don't let them. Dodge, discard, and delegate. Now this reminds me of dodgeball, where he goes, you have to duck, dive, dip, dip, dip. If any of you know what it is, you have to put it in the box below. What does he say when you throw in the dodgeballs? Dodge, discard, and delegate. Do not do anything that you can dodge for another day. That doesn't mean dodge it for another day. Like if you've got to send out the term as emails, it doesn't mean that you dodge doing that. But if it's something that, you know, is really not important. Something I heard the other day, rich people have 24 hours in a day. And shock horror, poor people have 24 hours in a day. The difference between the rich and the poor is the rich people don't waste their time doing the things that don't matter. Don't waste time doing things that don't matter. You can always have tons and tons and tons of money, but you cannot have tons of time. Time is the one thing that we all have that's the same. So if you can dodge something, dodge it. You know, if it's unimportant, somebody asks you to do something and it's really nothing relevant to you, it's not going to impact your business. Yes, sometimes we have to be selfish. I would like to say realistic. Dodge it. You know, discard it. If it's something that is completely unimportant and does not need to be done, throw it in the bin. Delegate. Now this can be delegating work, or it can be delegating things like getting in a cleaner. That is one of my goals. I need a cleaner to come in because I work from home. Working from home means getting the housework done is a nightmare. Where you work is normally kind of just a total mess. And of course I work in my lounge. I did have an office, but I like working in my lounge. I know, terrible. Get a cleaner. You know, one part of your week could pay for somebody to do all your mail shots for you for the month. You know, there are so many different things that you can get people to help you with. You know, I'm thinking, when is the age when Karis can start helping me to do little things, you know, in exchange for pocket money, doing it properly. So, dodge, discard, and delegate. I'm going to have a drink. I'm so full of phlegm. Ugh. This is terrible. And if I have hay fever, then Scott is going to just die when he comes out today because he has it really bad. Do not micromanage. Don't sweat the little things. Don't micromanage every single tiny part of your business or anybody else's. Be that your team members or other people's. Said it before and I'll say it again. Don't be admin on people's pages. Don't be admin on you know, Scentsy whatever page. Let the other mugs do it. Let other people do it. You do not need to be an admin of a gazillion other pages. It's time and energy wasted, frankly. We're not here to win the Super Shiny Star Award. We're here to make money. We're here to build businesses. We're here to help other people build businesses and to impact the lives of those closest to us. So don't micromanage and don't waste your time doing itty bitty farty little things. Make the most of the resources tab. The number of people that say there's no training. Not you guys, I hasten to add, but other, I'll say region 2 peeps. There's no training. There's loads of training, and you know something, you have to go out and get it yourself. You have to self-develop yourself. I'm going to be putting up a list of books that I would recommend you read, like, I've said it before and I'll say it again, The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. If you haven't read that yet, then you ain't managing your money properly. Think Rich, Go Rich by Napoleon Hill. You need a modern version of that because it's a bit sexist, because it was written in the turn of the century. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You should be devouring these books. You should want to be in the 3%. You know, only 3% of the population self-develop and design their own lives. Self-developing isn't just reading books for the sake of it. It's not like reading Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus and stuff like that. Yeah, those are great books, but it's about reading these books with the view to saying, this is what I want from my life and this is how I'm going to get it. I can recommend so many different books. The one I have to read at the moment is Eat That Frog, or whatever it's called, by Brian Tracy, which is all about time management. I have to go back and reread it. Okay, so make the most of the resources tab. There's loads of stuff being designed for your businesses. There's loads of training in the training tab. There's just, you know, every day pump something out to your team that's going to be useful to them. Give them something. Use the resources tab. Don't go out there wasting your time doing it yourself. Oh, give the team a list of books that you want to read. Don't train them on everything. You know something? We couldn't train you on everything. There's so much you need to know. So, go out there, read books. I can highly recommend getting what's called Success Magazine. I order it. I need to redo my subscription. It's on the list. Success Magazine is just wonderful. It's full of inspiration. They talk to stars and they talk to singers. They talk to like a wide range of successful people. And it's very relevant, and it looks at health, and it looks at spirituality, and it looks at business practices. Great magazine, so I would recommend that. If you've read a business book or a book that you think impacted your business, write it down. Share it in the director's page, because you should be self-developing half an hour every day. You know, I know, half an hour on top of your hour of work, and I know, but if you manage your time properly, you can fit it in somewhere. Even 15 minutes while you sat on the loo or in the bath. Finally, take your team to events, etc. Get our teams going to events. This is really, really, really important. Team events or conventions and things like that are where the onus is taken off us to do training, and corporate do the training. Corporate do the product development, products showcasing and stuff like that. Get your team to go to the events. As we said last week, the team that plays together stays together. So go do that. Control your setbacks. This is something I'm going to say. Bounce back ability is probably one of the largest key skills you will ever learn for your direct sales business. You are going to be beset with things that go wrong. As one of the directors in training said to me, my team is it's not about me, it's about them when I'm not hitting my targets because they're not working. And it's absolutely true. One of the hardest lessons for me was to realize that my business and my income and my family stability was based on a bunch of other people. And when you look at them and try and get them all in the same direction, it's like herding cats. It's like kind of Filofax fish. It is mind-blowing. And the only way around that, I found, is to recruit a very large top line. A lot of fresh blood coming in, a lot of excited people constantly, and then the ones that just, don't want to go in the same direction, just want to put in the 150s a month, they don't impact you so badly, So, controlling setbacks. We are all going to have setbacks. We had one in Region 2 the other day. They made a decision that a lot of us didn't agree with. It affected the Grace Adele consultants. You know something? We just manage it. We just deal with it now. And if you've got a comment to make it to corporate. You can always contact me to find out who to talk to. We're here to help you. Scott and I are here to help you. Sarah and Gil are there to help you with the setbacks. If it gets really bad, Jen and Eric. We have some people that are very, very close to Orville and Heidi. There is no problem so great that we can't help you guys out. Bounce back ability is something that when I started with Scentsy, I did not have. I would be not flat like roadkill by even some of the very smallest things. But I've had to grow a very thick hide. I've had a lot of arrows fired at me. Sometimes when you're successful, unfortunately, that's what happens. You're marked out to be, it's a sad thing, but unfortunately people like to attack the successful people. And it's a sad day when you're looking around and you're seeing somebody who's now promoted higher than you, thinking, brilliant, they're going to take a bit of the heat from me for once. But unfortunately, it comes with the territory. Get the thick skin, get the shield, surround yourself with an amazing team and a loving family, and know that you are a good person, and just let the rest go. Get that bounce back ability. One of our team members had the setback, didn't make the incentive trip, and could have been knocked flat. And that girl's bounce back ability, she bounced back. She didn't just bounce back, she bounced higher. She is going to director now. You can do it. And honestly, I think the switch in her business came when she learned to bounce back. So bounce back. And finally, I've got the message: organization. Be organized. I need to work on this. It's one of my really, really bad points. And I suppose that's where we come to. We all have strengths, and you should always play to your strengths. But don't ignore your weaknesses. Admit them and try to work on them. If there's something you're not particularly good at, then have a chat with Scott and I. We might be able to point you in the direction of some training or some books you can read or activities you can do to improve it. So really, that is it from me before I drown in phlegm. You really have to bear with me today. I know the director's course is kind of, it's pretty fluid at the moment. I'm really looking forward to running it again, and I'm going to have a host of new faces. I've already been looking through the team. Some of you guys are some absolute rock stars. Look at the girls that are consistently recruiting, even if their sales are patchy. Look at girls who are selling like crazy. The ones that could promote if they just got one more person. Talk to them. This is the month. They have to be star by the end of the month. But something? If someone really wants it, they will go out and do it. If somebody gave me a target, I would go out and smash it. And I think many of you on this director's course are the same. Give somebody a goal and they will go out and smash it. So I am going to go. I'm going to say I appreciate everything you do. Some of you guys are absolutely rocking it, and it is so exciting because Scott and I have been there, and we know what happens when your business really takes off, and your lives are just going to change. So keep on doing what you're doing. You rock, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.